Welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Eric. I'll be taking you through this topic, volume and capacity. And for this lesson, we're going to look at the units that are used for volume, and we're going to see maybe what is the standard unit of measuring volume and the other units used for measuring volume and how we are able to convert units from one unit to another, maybe from cubic centimeters to cubic meters and vice versa. So we have a few questions on conversion of units of volume to help us with illustrations on how we are able to convert units of volume from one unit to another. And of course, at the end of this lesson, we'll be having some assignment just to help you practice on what we are going to cover during this lesson. So volume is defined as the amount of space occupied by an object. When you have a solid object, how much space does it occupy? For example, if you immerse something like a stone in water, it will displace some water. So how much water will be displaced by a particular object? It means that object is occupying some space inside that water. Maybe you have water, some water in a in a beaker, maybe something like this. Maybe you have something like this one here. Then we have water here. So what happens is that when you immerse an object inside this, like this one here, then the level rises. So what means is that this object is occupying some space. So the space occupied, the rise in the water level in this is as a result of the space that is occupied by this. Maybe this could be a stone. So it's as a result of the space that is being occupied by this stone, So we say the amount of space that is occupied by a solid object, that is what we're calling volume. Now, volume is measured in cubic units. So these cubic units could be maybe cubic centimeters, maybe cubic meters, maybe cubic millimeters. You see, so cubic units. So the units may vary depending on the size of an object you are trying to find its volume. So if you are talking about such a large object, then you can talk of maybe it would be more convenient to measure the volume in cubic meters. But we are talking about maybe smaller objects, then maybe cubic millimeters would be more convenient. So the standard unit of measuring volume is the cubic meter, and it's written as m cubed. So this is m cubed, m power 3. You see, that is the standard unit of measuring volume. We call it the SI unit of measuring volume. Is the cubic meter written as m cubed. And of course, we can always be able to convert units from like the other units, like the cubic millimeters, the cubic centimeters, to this unit you are calling the SI unit of volume, which is the cubic meter. So let's see how we are able to do these conversions from maybe cubic meters to cubic centimeters and vice versa. So we have a few examples here to help us with illustrations on that, on how we are able to find we are able to convert the units from maybe cubic meters to cubic centimeters and so on. So we have the first one, express the following units in cubic meters. So the first one is this one here. So what you know from our previous discussion on length, we said that 100 as maybe what we said is that 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. So that what we are saying now, if you have 1 cubic meter, what this means is that you are taking 1 meter and another 1 meter you multiply and another 1 meter. Basically, you are multiplying 1 meter by itself twice. So you multiply that 1 meter 3 times. You see. So if you convert each of these meters to centimeters, by multiplying by 100, then this will be 100 centimeters. And this one will also be 100 centimeters. And the last one there will also be 100 centimeters. So if you multiply 100 times 100 times 100, that is a million. A centimeter times a centimeter times a centimeter is a cubic centimeter. You see. So what this means is that 1 cubic meter is equivalent to a million cubic centimeters, So let's do that conversion here now. So we have 1 cubic meter equivalent to 1 million cubic centimeters. What about the 105? So I will write the 105 cubic centimeters on this other side. What will it be equivalent to? So I will do the cross multiplication. So I'll multiply this by 1 and then I divide by this one here. So this is going to be 105. You multiply by 1 and then you divide by 1 million. So what is this going to be? So 105 over 1 million. So I've just multiplied 105 by 1 to give me 105, and then down here you have 1 million. Now, for whole numbers, this is where the decimal point is usually, and division by these powers of 10, like 10, 100, 1,000, and so on. Normally, they shift the decimal point to the left a number of steps that is equivalent to the number of zeros, or basically the number of places that is equivalent to the number of zeros. So we have how many steps? 6 steps because we have 6 zeros down here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many zeros should we have? 0, 0, 0. And there is another, okay. So we have 0 point, so these are 3 zeros. So we have 0 0.000105 cubic meters. So let's see more examples on that. We have another one here which we're supposed to express in cubic meters. So again, we know 1 meter should be equivalent to how many millimeters? 1,000. 1,000 millimeters. So now, if you talk about 1 cubic meter, because we are converting the cubic millimeters to cubic meters, so you must get to know the relationship that exists between cubic millimeters and cubic meters. So I have 1 cubic meter, again, as I said, will be 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter. So this again, let me subdivide this space into 3. So each of these meters is 1,000 millimeters. So we have 1,000 millimeters times 1,000 millimeters times 1,000 millimeters. So now I have, so this is millimeters. So now I have 1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000 is 1 million, 1 billion. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A millimeter times a millimeter times a millimeter is a cubic millimeter. So that is 1 billion cubic millimeters. That is what number of cubic millimeters that are there in 1 cubic meter. So 1 cubic meter is equivalent to how many cubic millimeters? 1 billion. Wow, that is such a big number. So now you need to find out then, if that is the case, what about 750 cubic millimeters? So you see I'm writing them. You have cubic millimeters, cubic millimeters. You have to write them on the same side. What number of cubic meters will this be equivalent to? So again, I'll do cross multiplication like I did in the previous example. So this multiplies that, and then we divide by the 1 billion. So this equals to 750 times 1 divided by 1 billion. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and the 9 zeros are supposed to be written. So 750 by 1, so that equals to, so 750 by 1 is 750. and then we divide by 1 billion. 1 billion. So again, this is where the decimal point is. So we have to move the decimal point to the right, to the left. When you are dividing by these multiples, these powers of 10, 10, 100, 1,000, and so on and so forth, then you normally shift the decimal point to the left. Number of places, that is equivalent number of zeros. So how many zeros do we have? 9. So you have to move the decimal point 9 steps. So I have 750. The decimal point is here. This decimal point should move to the left 9 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you add the zeros here. All this is supposed to be places. So it means our answer here should be 0. How many zeros are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after the decimal point, we have 6 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 7, 5 cubic meters. Maybe you can also write it in standard form as 7.5 times 10 power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So times 10 power negative 7 cubic meters. Yes. So that is how you go about it. Let me see if you can see one more example. So we have this one now. See, this is now cubic kilometers. We need to convert it back to cubic meters. So how do you go about it? So now kilometer here, so we talk of the relationship between kilometers and meters. So 1 kilometer, K here stands for 1,000. So that is 1,000 what? 1,000 meters. But now if you cube it, so assuming that you wanted to talk about 1 cubic kilometer, 1 cubic kilometer should be 1 kilometer times 1 kilometer times 1 kilometer. So each of the kilometers is 1,000 meters. So we have the first one is 1,000 meters. The second one is also 1,000 meters. And the third one is also 1,000 meters. You see. So if you multiply 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000, that is one what? 1 billion. Wow, such a big number. A meter times a meter times a meter is a cubic what? A cubic meter. So this is 1 cubic kilometer is equivalent to a billion, 1 billion cubic meters. So what about, so now that the kilometers are on the left hand side, I will also write the 0.1, 0.01 cubic kilometers on the left hand side will be equivalent to what? So that is 0.01 times 1 billion. Oh, it's a big number. Then you divide by 1. So division by 1 doesn't make any difference. You can as well ignore it. See? So dividing by 1 doesn't make any difference. So I'll use 0.01 and multiply by just 1 billion only. So now, when it comes to multiplication by these powers of 10, they are supposed to move the decimal point to the right. To the right. Number of places that is again equivalent to the number of zeros. So we have 0.01. The decimal point will move to the right. How many steps? 9 steps because we have 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where the decimal point will be. And of course, it's going to be a whole number. So we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So how many zeros are there after 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you'll write 1 and 7 zeros. So that is 10 million cubic meters. Wow. 10 million cubic meters. You see, there are two zeros here before one, but now usually if you have zeros before one, they don't count that much, so we can always ignore them. So again, this we have, now we have to get the relationship between cubic meters and cubic centimeters. So we have 1 meter. So now we have done this before. So 1 cubic meter is 1 million. 1 million cubic centimeters. What about 19.7 cubic centimeters? What is it supposed to be? So question mark. So we multiply 19 by 1 divided by 1 million. So 19.7 times 1 divided by 1 million. So what we're going to do is that we are going to multiply 19.7 by 1 to give us 19.7, and then divided by 1 million. So the decimal point will move to the left 6 steps. So I have 19.7. Let me have the decimal point shift to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many zeros are those? So this is where the decimal point is now. So 0, 0, 0, 0. Wow. So those are 4 zeros before. So it means this is going to be equal to what? 0.0000197 cubic. And so that is how you go about it. So that is very simple, that you should be able to do without any struggle. So we have that marking the end, and of course we have some few questions here to help you practice. You're supposed to express these in cubic meters, all of them. So you can always attempt, when done, you can always be posting feedback on the comment section. Look at them and we'll be giving you feedback in the few course. Otherwise, that marks the end of the lesson. Until next time, bye.